Look, even on reality shows, they have to create scenes, but just don't make it that damn obvious. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Love During Lockup, Season 4, Episode 43, The $1,000,000 Fantasy. All right, so we're going to start off with Leticia because her storyline is boring as hell and in my opinion is scripted. Yeah, you know what? Leticia's story outside of this show, like her alleged criminal past and her alleged eviction from the office that she was renting out, that's more interesting than what she's bringing on this show. So she's still having lunch with her so-called employees, because at this point, I don't even know if they're her employees. I don't trust it. So one of her employees, of course, we find out last episode that one of her employees used to deal with Keith. And so her employee says, yeah, we conversated. Yeah, conversated. So with that, Leticia goes into, I'm going to call his aunt. I'm going to send a message. So then the next scene we see of her, she's actually speaking to Keith. And she questions Keith about her employee. And he's confirming that, yes, he does know her. And she's like, well, did you have freaky tales with her? And as soon as she asks that question, all of a sudden the phone hangs up. Now, based on what we saw, it looks like they just got off the phone. So I don't understand how it clicked off that fast. So as far as I see it, maybe he just hung up on her. And so she's like, oh my gosh, did he just hang up on me? And I have trust issues. And, I had my guard up when I met him and I finally put my guard down. Leticia, look, even if he did sleep with her, who the hell cares? And even if he did, you're not leaving him anyways. So what's the point? Why you being extra? You're going to say. Moving on. So now we are with Jade and she's hanging out with her sister. And, her sister is pretty much like, what the hell is going on with Chris? And so Jay's like, well, speaking of Chris, I was wondering if you would come with me to go visit him. And the sister's like, yeah, I'll go because I need to talk to his ass. So we find out that Chris bought her that camper after they got into a fight. Something tells me anytime they get into a fight, he buys her something. So she may purposely ignore him on purpose to get gifts. I'm just saying, Jay, you ain't slick. Maybe that's your little angle here. So we find out that he has spent almost close to $1 million on Jay. And mind you, this is a jail love. It's not like they were with each other before he went to jail. This is jail love and has spent $1 million. And so Jay's sister is like, is he trying to buy your love? Look, damn it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. Inflation is a bitch. Look, let him buy the love. As long as she being smart and stashing her own coins, it is what it is. Now, the problem is, though, Chris is crazy as hell, okay? He's giving Fatal Attraction, okay? He's giving Snapped. Something ain't right with him. Her and her sister are having a good time. Next thing you know, the phone rings and she sees that Chris has called her 18 times. She has missed 18 calls from him. She finally picks up the phone. The first thing he want to do is throw up in her face all the stuff that he has done for her. Whew, child. And then he's like, look, I just want some courtesy for you to call me and this and this and that and that. And so Jay's sister's like, give me that damn phone. And she's like, Chris, when I see you, we are going to talk. She has a life. She's trying to enjoy herself. And he's like, well, I want to be a part of it. And she's like, you in jail. Like, how the hell are you gonna be a part of it? You are in jail. And so Chris is like talking to Jade, and he's like, look, I just want you to call me. It's courtesy, give me a call from time to time. And so that made me wonder, because every time we see these shows, they are constantly on the phone with their significant other who's incarcerated, morning, noon, and night. So is she not calling him that much, or is he over exaggerating? Because even in her social media influencer little skit that she did during the show, she said on the phone with hubby for 10 minutes. So if you only can give him 10 minutes out of the day, I understand it was a skit, but if there's some truth to that, yeah, I would say you need to up your time on the phone with your man. I'm just saying, especially all that money he done spent on you. But again, in my personal opinion, I think Jade has an exit plan. Apparently he gets out in 2024. Something tells me that she's already preparing for that exit plan before he gets out or right when he gets out. But that's just my opinion. So, anywho, moving on, we have Ranika, and she meets with her sister and her nieces, and her sister is not supporting her at all on this Atlanta move. She's like, look, we had a father that was incarcerated, and then now you're dealing with a man that's incarcerated, and how does this look with your daughters and your nieces? Like, we need to break the cycle. And so Renika's like, no, 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 no. I love him. He's supported me. He was my mental support. And I'm like, damn, what you trying to say about your family? They wasn't your mental support? What's up with that? So then we see Ranika, and she got on her lingerie, honey, because of course, her man got an iPhone in the prison, and she keeps mentioning this iPhone, which tells me that's what's going to get him in trouble, and that's going to give him extra time. So she has her lingerie on, talking to him, and she's like, well, my friends and my family feel like you using me and you playing me, and I shouldn't trust you. And I'm like, don't put that on your family and friends. You have your own fears and doubts, and you just want to sit up there and say it's your family and friends that think that way, not you. BS, girl. So then he's like, yeah, no, you gotta trust me. And so she says, look, are you talking to other women? No, no, I ain't talking to other women. Child, was he really gonna tell you the truth? Like, I don't understand this. Like, why do y'all think that they gonna tell you the truth? Like, they in jail. You can't be the only one. Come on now. So she says, look, I love Asante, but I don't trust him. So then why in the hell are you moving to Atlanta? Why? Why are you moving to the ATL if you don't trust that man? Something tells me, though, I don't know if the show helps them pay for the move. Maybe they do. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all know that information. But she's a rapper. I feel like this is her exit, her way out to get out of Kentucky and go to Atlanta. Like, she's a rapper. You're not going to pop off in Kentucky like that. You need to go to the music capital right now, which is Atlanta. So I have a feeling that's the reason, and she's using Asante as the main reason. And maybe the show is paying for her move. I don't know, but something tells me she's just using him as a reason, because if they don't work out, I have a feeling she would just stay there anyways. But that's just my opinion. So moving on, we have Brittany with Karok's best friend, EB. And Brittany is also with her best friend. And so they are hanging out, having drinks, and then they get a call from Karok. And while they're hanging out, I see this damn picture in a frame, okay? In a damn frame, just chilling on the table, just chilling. And I'm like, who the hell put that there? Like, who put that there as a damn prop? And she even said, babe, I got your picture out here. Like, you really carry that in your purse? Like, bullshit. Like, people don't even carry pictures in their purses anymore. Everybody has their pictures on their phones. Like, that just threw me off. But EB talks to Brittany and, pretty much says, look, when things get rough, like, are you going to be there? Like, because things could probably get rough. Like, getting out of jail is a transition. And so Brittany's like, honey, do you see this ring? Do you see this $4,000 ring? Yes, honey, I love him. He is fine. He does a lot of nice things for me. Y'all know, y'all, if y'all know music, y'all know what the hell I just said. So anywho, we find out both of them though have cheated on each other. Okay. And so we find out that Karak cheated on Brittany while they were still incarcerated. So I guess apparently when they're in the same building, they're in a relationship and they're loyal. But if they're separated, I guess things can pop off. Even though they're in the same location, but if they're in different buildings, things can pop off. Well, Karak allowed things to pop off when Karak was separated, and Karak cheated on Brittany. And then apparently Brittany also cheated on Karak, but let her tell it. She didn't cheat on Karak because Karak was believing a rumor that she did cheat, but she didn't. And so Karak broke up with Brittany like right before she got out of jail. So when she got out of jail, she was doing her thing thinking they had broke up, and she ended up having freaky tales with someone. And in Karak's mind, no, it's like, you cheated on me, even though they had broken up. And Karak said he didn't want nothing to do with her. But again, at the same time, I can understand that because it only took you, 24 hours and you was already doing your thing. I mean, but at the same time, you got out of jail too. So technically, I guess they were broken up. So she felt like that's not cheating. So here's my thing though. We see later on that she goes to the bank and she puts all of her cash in because she's a waitress. She puts all of her cash in the bank, and she said she sends Karak like $125 a week. So pretty much, Brittany, you paid for your own damn ring. You talking about that damn ring, but $125 a week, it's an installment. Like, you paying for that ring, pretty much. So with that, EB also says that, he doesn't believe the relationship right now and doesn't really think it's going to work out, or he doesn't know. And I'm like, yeah, no one knows at this point. I wouldn't trust it either. And we find out that Brittany is apparently staying with Karak's family because Brittany's family doesn't approve of her lifestyle. And she ends up having a virtual visit with Karak right after she was apparently on the phone with him. But here's the thing, again, the scripted shit. She sits down with Karak's brother and they have this virtual visit. Now, we all know this stuff is timed, okay? She decides to get up talking about she about to make her some pizza. Really? You gonna leave the room and go make some pizza conveniently when Karak wants to speak to, like, it just didn't make any sense. So she says, I'm going to go make some pizza. Karak starts talking to his brothers about, what y'all think about Brittany. They loud as hell, okay? I know Brittany has to hear this. This is why I'm saying it was scripted. Very loud as hell, like, there ain't something fishy going on, man. Like, she be coming home super late, after her job. And Karak's like, what time that restaurant closed? And they like around midnight, but sometimes she don't get home until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So Brittany comes back and she's like, I know y'all was talking about me. So next thing you know, she has a talk with Karak. And Karak is like, look, I don't really want you working there. And Brittany's like, look, I like to have my own money. And Karak is like, okay, but here's the thing. If your grades go down, you got to stop that job. And I was like, okay, like, it's like that where you putting the law down like that? Like, all right. So she's literally looking like, I don't know if I'm going to listen to you, but if you want to feel like you empowered to tell me what the hell to do, fine. But yeah, so pretty much, I guess that's supposed to be, an encouraging thing or trying to support his woman, but it don't work like that, baby. You ain't got control like that. No matter how many people you got watching her, she gonna do what the hell she want to do anyways. So, next. We have Andy and Brittany. Where do I begin? Andy is talking to his daughters about how he's going to move where Brittany is at. And, they're looking at him like, you are a damn fool. And we all are. And, Andy's like, look, if I felt it was fake or whatever, I wouldn't, be dealing with this. And I'm just like, yes, the hell you would, because you're weak as hell. So he calls Brittany, and the daughters are actually talking to her and questioning her. And, they're alarmed because Brittany is in jail for possession. And, as we know from the last episode, their mother was an addict. And so they're like, look, we're kind of nervous about you being around our dad. And we dealt with that, dealing with our mom being on drugs. And we don't want you relapsing. We don't want you, being a bad influence, all of this stuff. So, at that point, they hang up the phone with Brittany. And the daughters, I respect them because, look, they didn't hold anything back. And so Andy is like, look, I'm moving with Brittany and her kids. And so his daughters is like, how you moving in with her and her kids and you didn't take care of your own kids? Oop, shots fired. So Andy's like, that's not true. I took care of y'all. And they're like, no. Pretty much implying he was a deadbeat and was like, we was with grandma for like a year. So Andy, pretty much says that he had to change careers because of the fact that he had to be a full-time dad. But here's my thing. He mentioned that he had to change careers. Got it. But how were you a full-time dad if you became a trucker and you were on the road day and night? That's what's confusing me, because he made it seem like, and let me know if I'm wrong, he made it seem like the last episode that he had to stop law enforcement because he worked nights. You work nights and then you end up being a trucker where you're gone days, maybe weeks at a time. It didn't make sense. So we see that his daughters are going in on him, and Brittany calls him back later on. And, he says, look, I would like y'all approval, but I don't need your damn approval, to his daughters. So when he talks on the phone with Brittany again, one of the daughters is like, look, our father abandoned us. Pretty much he ain't shit. And we just letting you know. And Brittany's like, whoa, like, wait a minute, Andy, you didn't tell me that. And Andy's like, yes, I did. I told you I wasn't shit. I was a deadbeat dad. And she's like, no, you didn't. We have to have trust. I don't even know who you are, where we stand right now. And so Andy is pissed off at his daughters. And my thing is this: Andy gives me the vibes, he seems like he's a nice guy, gullible, but a nice guy. He gives me the vibes that he's all in it for the woman. And if the relationship falls apart, everything else that came with that woman falls apart. Meaning that he was in a relationship with his kid's mother. When his relationship with the mother fell apart, he didn't give a damn about them kids. That's the way it's coming off. He can say what he wants, but the kids are speaking on it, and they're making it seem like he wasn't there. And then the fact that you're saying you were a trucker and you were gone days and weeks at a time also proves you weren't there. So it was almost like you checked out when your wife checked out. So this is interesting. So honestly, I don't know who is really the one we need to look out for. Is it Brittany, the one that is incarcerated, or Andy? Because I'm a little confused, and I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to unfold, because I wouldn't trust Andy at this point. Damn sure not around my kids when his own kids are saying, you're a deadbeat, you weren't there, you ain't shit. So what did you guys think about this episode? It was a decent episode in my opinion. Wasn't a lot of drama that happened, but let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.